Hello, good day. Welcome to Newspaper Review on Niger Watch. How are you doing? My name is Ima, your host, and I'm reporting live from Lagos, Nigeria. Good morning to you, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my Niger Watch family. How you doing? It's a fine day. We've come to the midweek, and we are still staying strong, and everything in the country right now. Okay, good morning to everybody again. Good morning to you, Mr. Edo Light. How you doing? It's a beautiful new day. Good morning to you. I hope you're well. Good morning, Merrick Imade. Good morning to you, Merrick. How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Mommy Diaspora. Good morning to you, Mama Dearest. How you doing today, Mama? It's a beautiful day. Cheers to life. Cheers to life. Yes, cheers to life, my people. Cheers to life. How is everybody doing? To those watching online live, how are you doing? Good morning to you. What's happening where you are? Um, who is at the protest ground? Would like to know. Give us feedback. Give us report. Let us know what is happening. The police, is there police brutality? Is everything just going on fine? Would like to know. Would like to have an update on that. Yes, thank you to the person that just likes, that just loves this broadcast. I'm giving a special shout out to you. Thank you for doing the needful without having me to talk about it first. Osagbovo, good morning to you. How you doing, Osagbovo? Good morning to you. Thank you for joining today's broadcast and welcome to today's broadcast. Um, Thank God, Okada. Good morning to you. How you doing, Mary Daniel? Good morning to you, sis. How you doing? Thank you for joining in. Mary Daniel is saying, "Good morning, my people." Yes, Mary Daniel. It's good to have you here. And cheers to life. Cheers to life. Good morning, Mr. Charles. Good morning to you, sir. How you doing?
I'm very well, Miss Emma. How are you today?
It's a
Good
beautiful
evening
day.
from here.
Okay, good evening, Mr. Charles. Good evening, Mr. Charles. It's a beautiful day over here. It's threatening to rain. You can see it's dark over here. The weather is quite gloomy. We're expecting it to shower today. Okay, I'll
What,
come back to you, Mr. Charles.
what's
Mr.
the time in
Israel,
Nigeria now?
sorry,
What's the time now in Nigeria?
it's 10:05, 10:03, 3 minutes past 10 a.m.
Okay, it's okay.
All right. Mr. Israel, good morning to you, Israel Asemota. How you doing, my brother from Pluto? How is Pluto today? Sending love and light to Pluto. Mark Irabo, good morning to you, Mr. Mark Irabo. How you doing, Mr. Mark? Thank you for joining in. Okay, my people, let's quickly touch the headline news. Our first paper for today is the Punch. All right. ISWA plots massive attacks on Lagos, Kaduna, others. Security alerts in FCT call to bar venue changed amid fear of attack. Katsina communities invaded. Troops patrol Abuja as police allay fears. Hmm. Today's headline news there. Accounts for $1 billion security fund. Governor Otom knocks federal government over attacks. You see, the good thing about what is happening right now is everybody is asking for accountability. Everybody is asking. So there was a $1 billion that each state contributed for security. And now Governor Otom has started to drag the federal government by its own to say, where is the money? Account for it. Yes, Mr. President, whoever is in charge of security in this country, why we are even blaming the president? You know that you are the number one failure in this country. Whoever is in charge of security in this country, we are putting all the blame on Mr. Buhari. Is it the same president that's from inception? We already know that he has ear problems. So how will he hear the cry of people? FX crisis made in Nigeria products fall 27% to 7.4 trillion naira. No immediate solution to aviation sector crisis. You guys know what is going on in the aviation sector. We talked about this 2 weeks ago, and I told you guys when they said I think cost of summer trip is now 1 million naira and 2 million for business class and all of that. I said if this is for international fare, international rate, it will definitely tell on our local rates. So, and there you have it. People are paying one trip for 120, 150, 185, 75 for interstate travel though. Interstate travel. And we know that it just will keep going it will just keep skyrocketing because they don't no immediate solution. The federal government, can you imagine? Well, at least they're not lying to us to say that they're in a meeting or they're doing something about it. They've come out to say no immediate. So Emefiele, house to bar CBN chiefs from politics. Now, this is like the one of the good news we have on our headline news today. The house to bar CBN chiefs from politics. Now, that is a good and welcome development. Subsidy. Lawmakers to probe Jonathan's administration. Okay. And now, ASU, Labour threatens to shut down economy, plans strike. So this one they are doing, they've not gone on strike. Oh, this is just solidarity protests. This is just to say, give ASU what they want. They've not gone on. We talked about this yesterday, that Labour is going on strike. Labour is going to drag every other body out there, and the country is headed for complete shutdown. Well, if that is the sacrifice that we as a people have to pay, then so be it. Then so be it. So be it. So now Labour is coming out to say, give us what they want, else we'll go on strike. And we have pictures to that to the strike. There you have one of the signage that reads, Nigeria at 60 years of independence, more hunger in the land. There's more hunger, there is more killing, so much more insecurity. There's rise on everything that should not be. Everything that should not be. Nigerian graduates working as Canadian guards killed, identified. Passengers tackle bribe-seeking Osun policemen, law graduates battered. Muslim tickets. Tinubu begins consultation. Khan denies knowledge. Again, Tinubu and Khan. Tinubu, what is up your sleeves, Mr. Ahmed Bola Tinubu? What is truly up your sleeves? Guys, okay, that's it for the punch. Let's take the stories one after the other. Now, you know that sometime this week there was security scares where they got an intel of an intended operation to be carried out by the Abuja Kaduna trains of attackers, and also ISWAP. And then there's book. I see these names are these names. Well, this set of people have also come out to, they threatened the president and threatened the president, the governor of Kaduna State, and they've brazenly even come out to, and there's an intel that they plan to attack Lagos, Kaduna, Abuja, sub-states. Okay, there were strong indications on Tuesday that two terrorist groups, the Islamic State West Africa Province and Boko Haram, were planning to attack some states in the northwest, north central, and southwest. The Punch learned that security agencies got a security report that ISWAP and Boko Haram plan to attack Lagos, Kaduna, Kogi, Katsina, and Zamfara states, as well as the Federal Capital Territory. Earlier on Tuesday, there was a leaked memo from the headquarters of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, which alerted state commands to the planned attacks. The NSCDC spokesman, Shola Odumosu, when contacted, said the memo did not originate from the security agencies. However, a state commandant who confirmed the memo said security officials had been directed to keep mum over it in order not to cause panic. Well, let's just say for I don't know if to say for the first time, but we see a change in their approach. At least now they are evacuating. But then again, they are evacuating. People are living in fear, and meanwhile, they know where these people are. Of course, if the government knows where they are. Of course, they know where they are. They can't say they don't know where they are. They can't say they don't know where they are. Wouldn't it? Now is now not a good time. We would be deliberating on it. Let's go to the what's currently happening in the nation. The Nigerian Labour Congress and its affiliate unions on Tuesday defied warnings by the federal government and took to the streets of major cities in the country to protest against the failure of the federal government to resolve the 5-month strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities. Specifically, the NLC said the money the two major political parties, the All Progressives Congress and the People's Democratic Party, generated from the sales of forms to aspirants could address ASU's demands. In Akwa Ibom, Uche Nweke, who represented the NLC national chairman Ayuba Waba, faulted excuses that there were no funds to meet the demands of the university workers. The money the two major parties realized from the sales of nomination forms would be enough to put ASU universities on their feet. We, the Nigerian workers, are the most understanding people. We call on the national leadership to listen to voice of reasoning. Whatever it takes, excuse me, they should send our children back to school. And this, I tell you, is not too much. This is not too much to ask from your representatives. When I saw in the news that the APC nominate presidential form was going for as high as 100 million, and people were buying in their numbers. I don't know. Let's move on to Daily Sun. Labour grounds Nigeria threatens to stop elections, gives federal government 2-week ultimatum to resolve crisis. Mass protest rocks states another one planned for FCT. London court grants Ekwerimadu's wife bail, husband remains in custody. Senate may confirm acting CJN Aviwola today. Buhari seeks nod on 4 reappointed nominees as directors of CBN board. I don't know. Can the Senate even stop this? Can the Senate stop Buhari from appointing more people? Because your judgment cannot even be your judgment has failed. Every person that you have put in position, okay, let me not say every person for lack of fact, right? But most people that you have put in position, they turn out to be criminals. And the Senate, they just keep nodding their head. Those ones are yes, sir. They are yes, sir. All the Senate people that are there. Nobody is challenging his order. Nobody is challenging his directive. Nobody is challenging nothing. They are just accepting and nodding and just signing away. Obasanjo tax NPC on accurate, credible 2023 census. Reps amend CBN Act to stop governors from partisan politics. Deny plot to impeach Gbaja Biamila. Insecurity. 44 reports given before Kuje prison attack. That's from Reps. Abort motion against ban on motorcycles. 44 reports were given. And this is DSS saying that they gave 44 reports were given before the Kuje attack. Now, who is in charge of security in Nigeria? We need to talk about this, and what is stopping this person from acting on it. And we need to ask questions. It needs to be questioned. It needs to be questioned why none of this intelligence are being put to use. How terrorists killed 2 guards, brigade officers, and soldiers in Abuja. We'll take one more, then I have the floor to my panelists. And this paper is Tribune. Okay, DSS submitted 44 reports before Kuje prison attack. Reps Deputy Speaker. Reps moved to bar CBN Governor. Deputies from partisan politics. Army denies capture of personnel, confirms death of 8 during attack on Guards Brigade. Bandits attack Kaduna's Millennium City, kidnap scores. FAAC shares 802.407 billion naira June 2022 revenue to federal government, state, and local government. IMF projects growth to slow to 3.2 what they are paid for. How can you get a job? You get a job, you know what you're supposed to do, but you go and do something totally different. Autumn to federal government. What did you do with $1 billion security funds 36 states put together? Governor Autumn, thank you for that. Federal government, you have questions to answer. Labor stages pro-ASU protest in states. Honor your agreement with ASU, Autumn tells federal government. ASU strike dangerous, poses threat to nation building, and that's from Ganduje. Falana joins protest, says Buhari insensitive to Nigeria's plight. ASU rejects plan to hike tuition fees in public universities. Okay, that's it. Brother Nice, good morning to you, Brother Nice. Thank you for joining today's broadcast. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good morning to you, Miss Emma. I'm fine, and you?
I'm well, thank you. I'm well, thank you. Thank you. All right, Mr. Charles, let's begin, Mr. Charles. Let's begin.
Mrs. Emma.
What do we say to this? It's obvious that the DSS, talking about the Kuje attack, the prison breaking that happened at Kuje's, I think sometime last week, DSS has come out to say that they submitted 44 reports to that. 44.
Tell me, after this attack, is there any CCTV footage that they can show the nation that this is, at least we can see this is how they came, this is how they left, this is what happened? Is there anything like, have you, in short, DSS, how many times have they been given a report and it has not been taken? And you see, Nigeria, sometimes I don't know what I will call our country, Nigeria, because it looks as if there is no government. It looks as if it's just no man's land, that anyone can just come in and go do whatever he likes. Because honestly, in every nation, the president I don't know, the president of Nigeria, everything, every report end up in his table. He is in charge of DSS. He is in charge of police. He is in charge of armies, navy, all these things. He is in charge of them. And if he is serious, he wants to tackle insecurity in Nigeria. If he is not playing double standard, he will do it. You are the one that appoint DSS to work for you as an underground intelligence, because everywhere in the world they have something like DSS that gives information that go deep to know if the country is in danger, if there is any this thing danger that is coming against the country. You give them all they want, then they do their job. After they have given a report, what next? The police, as the one that is in charge of internal security, equip them. Today, Nigerian police is just like a Boy Scout. We don't talk when it comes to internal security in Nigeria. We don't talk about the police anymore, because police is just like, all they are good at is shooting at ordinary citizens now, killing them, standing on the road, taking bribe. But as for what is happening within Nigeria, the police are nowhere to be found. This military we are talking about today, this military supposed to be at the border, supposed to be anywhere there is anything Nigeria has to do with any other nation, block it. But because, like I always say, it's not all about I hate Fulanis. I don't hate anybody. But we are saying the truth here. Whatever that is happening in Nigeria is something that has been planned for many years. For many years. Leave all this that is playing out. They will tell you, oh, the president, Dati Ahmed made it clear that this government have direct link to the Boko Haram, to what is happening in Nigeria. They have this government, they have that link. All these things people are saying. I pity we Nigerians that are so myopic that we are believing all this nonsense that is going on. President of Nigeria cannot do any. That is why they are fighting to bring Tinubu in, so that this nonsense they have done will be covered. It will be covered. They know what they are doing, and they know that if anybody take over power, if it's not Tinubu, they will be exposed, and they will do everything to make sure that Tinubu gets into power. But all I'm praying that Nigerians should rise up, because a lot is going to happen. Have we ever asked, why is it that anyone who opposes this government, they will go after you? Not just go, they will go after you with all their might, all the military might. We all know, what did he do? He opposed Fulanis. The Nigeria, an individual, Nigeria government, federal government go after an individual with their military might. The same thing to Nnamdi Kanu, an individual, people who has never carried out AK-47 knife. You go after them with military might. The same military might, you fail to use it against bandit. You fail to use it against Boko Haram. You fail to use it against Fulani herdsmen. And these people are going
refuse. Failed or refuse.
Fair. They refuse. Okay, let me put it. They refuse. And we all see it. You have seen it. How many times Dubai government told us that there are some people that are sponsoring Boko Haram from Dubai? They catch them. How do federal government manage that situation? They make sure that it is buried. Malami told us that about 200 people they know that are sponsoring Boko Haram. Till today, have you heard of it? Theophilus Danjuma told the Nigerians that military, when Tako Brutai was in charge, that the military are shading these people. Did they go after him? Abadea Malefia, that one, he was open. The same thing many have. I could remember one Yoruba guy that was retired that was interviewed by, I think, Channel TV. He made this. He told us that this government is behind this? Do we hear any day the government say counter all those things? No. All we hear is insecurity. They are working hard. What are they doing? They buy military jet. They use it in the south. They don't use it in the north. They continue to confuse. What pains me most is they continue to confuse the southern politicians who want to be relevant in politics, using them to cause mayhem, to cause confusion in the south, to make sure that it looks as if there is insecurity all over Nigeria. Let me tell you guys, the insecurity all over Nigeria is caused by this government. The insecurity in the southern Nigeria is caused by this government. So that, look, they came to when these guys came to the north, they deceived the north. They took over the north. Now, the people's eyes has been opened. They know that how they took over the north, they can't succeed doing this. What they do is this. They began to plan, make sure that they put their people in every strategic position in the military, so that when a time like this comes, they can go do whatever they want to do. Nobody will counter it. Nobody will challenge it. If you caught anybody, send them to the police. They will get a call from the highest authority. He will be released. Look at Boko Haram everywhere in the world. When you catch a terrorist, the sentence for a terrorist is death. Everywhere in the world, no mercy for a terrorist. It is only in Nigeria. A terrorist is given a second chance, is pampering, is being restored into the system. Not only they put them in the military. Tell me, is it that every Nigerian know that our military have been infiltrated? Even if another person took over power, I wonder how he's going to succeed by making sure he flush out all these bad eggs in the military, because they are there. Not only one, not only there are thousands that are in charge of major places and on the authorities in the military. How is he gonna do it? Nigerians, we should be careful, because something more than what we are seeing today is coming. You should wake up, so that Nigeria will not become Afghanistan, so that these guys will not take over Abuja, and as soon as they seize Abuja, Nigeria is gone. You are here talking, you won't say it anymore. You won't say it, because they were the one with gun. What can you do? Are you gonna protect? When you protect, shoot you, you die. Nobody will talk. They will not allow internet. They will not allow this thing you are doing today. They won't allow it. So is that a country we want? And we are keeping mute. Honestly, each time I talk about insecurity in Nigeria, I shed tears. I cry. I ask myself, where are we? What have we been doing? How do these things come to this level that everybody in Nigeria has been, I don't know if I will say whether I'm going to say our politicians have been bought over. They will see danger. They will play with danger because they want to be relevant. They will see it. They will be playing with it. Daughter of Afenefere died. Tinubu, that is making noise to be the president of Nigeria, did he? Instead, the danger that has been looming in Yoruba, he used Evans to compare. What happened to that? Say Evans is not a kidnapper, instead of you to condemn. What happened? Because he wants to be a president. Tinubu joined hand with the same people, massacre of Nigerian youth in Lekki Toll Gate. The same person who wants to be president of Nigeria. It's not only Tinubu, governor of Imo State. We all know what he is doing because they want to be relevant. Sometimes when you look at it, all this abomination, all this wickedness, all these atrocities that have been orchestrated by a particular group of people, I don't know. That is why you see them. they push them to every position in Nigeria where money comes, where everywhere that money is coming, they push them. Go to our NNPC, they are in charge. Go to all the parastators in Nigeria, they are in charge. Go to anywhere Nigeria is, the money is coming, they are in charge. Why is it that they are the only one in charge of all these places? Because they have an agenda. They have a plan. And our southern politicians we are saying insecurity. Every day we lament insecurity, insecurity, insecurity. The people that are doing it, they know what they are doing. They have a plan. And they are pushing her to succeed in that agenda. Honestly, I shed tears every day for all this. Nnamdi Kanu is languishing in jail because he made a comment concerning this, and they know that if they allow this guy outside, he will continue to expose them. Maybe most people will begin to buy that his idea and begin to wake up. That is why you see Nnamdi Kanu at the prison today. Nothing, he did nothing. Sunday Igboho was just to Benin Republic because he said no to these people. And we are here talking. Today, Nigeria, they make sure that Nigerian education becomes nothing. Today, NLC, they are protesting. Yeah, it is good for them to protest. I'm not against that. But at the end of the day, are they going to summon courage to make sure that these guys they meet up with their demand, or will they not succumb to, or will they not allow themselves to be bought over? Because this has been happening in Nigeria. When you talk, they see you as someone who is leading the group. They call you by the corner, give you billions of dollars. The same person who was saying, I will not accept this, you see him. The tone will change. He begin to talk about negotiation. This is what has been happening in Nigeria. The primary and the duty of every government is secure life, protect life and property. Today.
All right, Mr. Charles, thank you for your contribution. We have to move to someone else.
Okay.
Please round up. Please round up. Round up.
Okay, no problem. As much I've said all I have in mind, all that is heavy in my mind. I've said them all. You can switch to another person, because if I continue to be saying them, honestly, I will have all your time here. You can switch to another person, please.
All right, Mr. Charles, thank you for your understanding. Yes, Brother Nice, you have the floor to give your reaction to this new findings that DSS actually sent 44 letters to the effect of the Kuje break-in, and nothing was done about it. Now, initially we were clamoring for the heads of DSS, and where are you people? What are you doing? Why are you sleeping? How did this happen? And now they've come out to say they wrote to that effect 44 times. Now, who do we really hold in all of this? Brother Nice?
Hello, Miss Emma.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, sorry for the delay. So what do you said, please? I should contribute, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you give me just where I have to start from, please? Just tell me.
Okay. I said that when Kuje break-in happened, we were clamoring for, saying, where is DSS in a time like this? How did this operation, pass through them without them knowing? And now DSS has come out to say that they wrote to that effect 44 times. That's quite a huge number of time to write about a particular thing. Now, where did they whose decks? Who is allowing this? Who is shoving all of this information? Whose decks are this information getting missing? And what would be the honorable thing to do in that department instead of all this probing and checking and being shocked by the happenings of the country? Do you agree with me that it's about time that we start compulsorily start sacking people, getting them off their jobs? I mean, they are not even doing what they are supposed to do.
Okay, thank you so very much, Ms. Emma, for this question. First of all, shout out to all the panelists in the house. I appreciate you guys for coming. First of all, you say something about sacking. I was when you speak about sacking, I was amazed because it's like you don't really know what is really happening in Nigeria government. Have you ever seen in a Nigerian government sack anybody that is not functioning in their administration? Have you ever seen? These DSS, they are the same people with Kaba, with all this Buhari government. Buhari is their chief, is their chief commander. This DSS that you are seeing now, that is not powerless before these bandits. Before all those, they are saying that they have been alerting, giving some 44 alerts. Alert to who? If they want to go after Shobore, they will not need alerts. If they want to go after Igbohon, they will not need alerts. So for them to go after insecurity now, they need to alert 44 times. Who are they fooling? Who is fooling who? You see all these DSS and these people, they are not functioning when it comes to Fulani insurgency. They are not functioning, they are powerless. But if we start people now, people that is agitating for freedom, that is where they are active. These people are hypocrites. Our government, they are hypocrites. All these institutions, they set it up to torment the Satanas, not to tackle the insurgency and the problem that is going on in Nigeria. There is racism in our government, this government that you are seeing. There is racism, heavy discrimination. What are you, when you talk about sacking people, if it's a government that is really willing, that have the willingness, that don't take nonsense, how can a DSS come and said we were giving alert before the Koje prison break? Why can't they fish out those people that were ready to attack that Koje prison? Why can't they fish them out? They're telling us that they are alerting.
I'm sorry to cut right in, Brother Nice. I'm sorry to cut right in, Brother Nice. So are you trying to say that there is no honorable or decent person in this outfit? Are they all corrupt?
Oh,
are they all
Miss
corrupt?
Ima.
Are there people there that are not seeing what is happening?
Miss Ima, you just say the right word now. There is no honorable in our government. There's nobody that is honorable there. All of them, they are dishonorable.
Then there's problem.
I said the trust of our I don't have faith in our government anymore. That's why I was giving you instance that day that all this rubbish that is going on in Nigeria, let them just bring Putin. Let Putin take the place of Buhari for 1 year if this nonsense will not stop. All this administration that we have in Nigeria, they are dishonorable. No, but they don't have dignity. These people, they are vampires sucking the blood of Nigerians for political gain. You understand? I'm tired of this our government. I have headache, I sick because of these people. If I see what is happening in other country, see what is happening in Nigeria, see what is happening in Africa. My sister, I shed tears for Nigeria. Do you know what they call? Do you know what is
everybody in this government, the former government, every government is so corrupt. So do you think we should go back to being colonized if we are not ready to be on our own?
Look at it. I've been saying it for a long time. Let these people are not capable to take freedom from Britain. They do it for their selfish gain, just to steal money. These people are not ready to govern anybody. They can't govern nothing. They were very hurried to take independence from the British, just for political gain and for their resources, for them to steal Nigerian resources, because they know that if British are there, they cannot have access to steal our resources. Let them leave that place and give that place to British. Let British take control of Nigeria. Take control. You will see all this rubbish will stop. All these people that is there, they are vampires. These are Africans that is there. But Muhammadu Buhari is an evil man. I said it yesterday. With his administration, all these northern governors, senators, our senators, that they said they practice evil religion, using that religion to torment Nigerians. These people, they need to go. Nigeria belongs to God. Nigeria don't belong to them. You understand? They took Nigeria from God and they give it to the devil. This is the repercussion we are facing today. Many people that vote Buhari into power, they are in 6 feet today. That is what Buhari used to pay them back. Many of them have died for insecurity. They were rejoicing when Buhari come into power, but they pay with their blood. Listen, my sister, if I say me, I continue for waiting that they see for Nigeria, who and all they see. I pray for everybody that live in Nigeria, each and every day, because I don't know what they happen for that country. I don't know. Nigeria is vulnerable to all kind of vices from different countries. Now, what did this government do? May they come install their caliphate this religion for Nigeria. May they suck Nigerians' blood. They kill Nigerians. They don't care. They don't care. These people, they don't care. People that have dignity. This same religion is the same religion this person were practicing. Abacha is the same religion Babangida were practicing. Babangida did not leave Nigeria for vices from different countries to take over Nigeria. But these evil people, Abacha will not take this nonsense. People will just be coming from other countries to kill his own people. Those people will not take it. And they said the military is bad. These people, they will not take it. What are they waiting for? Why can't they bring back a capital punishment? It's still my question. If these people really want to tackle insurgency, if they don't have hand in this problem that is happening in Nigeria, why can't they kill all these terrorists? If you kill 100, kill 200, public execution, the rest of them will run away. But these people, they are caressing them. When they arrest people that have destroyed life, they will be giving them the best food, sponsoring them with Nigerian money to different schools. Why can't terrorists, why can't they grow wings in Nigeria? Me say, may I just leave on here because the thing they give me headache. I tell you, if I catch Buhari as I did here, so Buhari will not survive it. You see, let me just stop here.
But nice, we feel that way too. All right. I'll move to Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Collins. How are you doing today, Mr. Collins?
I'm not feeling fine. Not feeling fine. Not feeling fine. Not that I'm not well. I'm okay. It's just that the situation back home is something that's making me not feeling fine. You know, so I'm not feeling fine. When you look at what is happening in Nigeria, it makes you get tired of talking, because I think when you keep talking, and there is no action, so the best option, you just have to hang the boot and just stay yourself and just resign and just keep yourself, because at the end of the day, the same people you are talking for are the same people who are going to kill you, who are still going to, come out on the street and see shouting and see castigating you. That's the Nigeria for you, because are they not the same people who voted for Buhari? Are they not the same people? They know Buhari before. So anybody that maybe find it like a surprise thing, it's not a surprise, because at the first time you voted for it. The question is that Nigeria failed to ask questions, and the same thing is still going to happen. They are still the same people clamoring for Tinubu, still the same people clamoring for Atiku. They can't even ask themselves a simple question. Because I remember 2014, all these things, when all these things were going on, I asked people a simple question. People in my own zone, I know that I can be able to ask a question. I asked them, this is the same Buhari you want to ask? Is it not the same Buhari that we know before? Is there a different, maybe a change Buhari or anybody? Maybe that during that time, I don't know anything about him, but the little information I'm able to get about this man is nothing good about. So is it not the same people, or the same this Tinubu you are clamoring for during that period? Are they not the same people who is in PDP? Because these are a group of people who failed to gain power, then decide to. And if you watch that time, most of them that are in the same group, they are kind of thinking the same direction. So why are you voting for them? So why are you voting? And people still went ahead and vote for them because everybody like, ah, this is how they want it, this is how they want it. But at the end of the day, they are the same people who are reaping the whole thing. They are reaping the whole thing. So at the end of course, whatever you sow, that is what you going definitely are going to reap. It's coming again 2023. They are still going to sow the same seed. And when they sow the same seed, they are still going to repeat another 80 years. So it's better for you to plant a seed that at the end of the day, you reap good things for me. So if you plant a bad thing, trust me, you get a bad thing. If you plant a good thing, you get a good thing. So it's not a new thing in Nigeria. For me, whatever Nigeria sow, that is what they are going to reap. If you sow a good thing, trust me, you get a good thing. But if you keep planting this bad seed, you keep planting bad seed, you keep getting bad result. Until Nigeria wake up from their sentiment, because it's all about sentiment that work in Nigeria. They remove this sentiment out of their life. Come out with something real. Forget about where you come from or who you are or what religion or whatever you are. But are you going to, when Peter Obi choose, the what makes me, as in, I begin to support Peter Obi very well, like, is when he chose this guy, the running mate. When you look at that running mate, that alone gives you courage. Like, okay, even if Peter Obi runs out, maybe he finish his this thing, you see the direction the government is moving. So if you put somebody like that who share the same ideas, who share the same, so that means we are going in the right direction. But if you put, maybe if Peter Obi went and bring somebody different ideology, at the end of the day, we will still going in the wrong direction. So I think until Nigeria start coming out of, because this kind of sentiment is what brought us this level we are. I was watching a video somebody posted, shared to me yesterday when I saw Tinubu walking in the airport. I begin to ask myself, how can people with right sense, people that can be able to see, people that is not even blind, see this person and said, I want to go and put my vote to this person. So you begin to ask yourself, as in, I keep saying this and I will still repeat it again. Nobody's going to do me anything. After Buhari resigned from office, every Nigeria, including my own people, they have to go to a reality check. As in, all of them need a therapy, because for me, they need to check if they are still functioning. Because people that is functioning can't be thinking in this direction. Because if we are really functioning, you can't be thinking in this direction. You've been voting for the same system. Why can't, when Trump won election in America, the reason Trump won election in America, because he told the same people, he told the black people, you've been voting for Democrats for like how many years now? And you are still getting the same answer. What if you try me? Are you going to get anything different? As in, try me and see if you can get anything different. And people try it and they get something different. So this system that we keep voting, we keep voting, we keep voting, we keep voting. Other people have tried their own way. Can we try another? Let's go another direction and see if we can be able to get it right. And at the end of the day, if you try another direction, if we don't get it right, maybe we can ask, okay, we have tried everything. We have tried everything. Okay, let's find another direction. Let's find, maybe start from afresh. But we can't continue voting in one system. We can't continue doing what we've been doing for more than 60-something years now. We just have to change another direction. And what happened in Abuja is something like, if Abuja people they pose a threat to Abuja, and after they pose that threat, they carry that threat. That shows you how the system is already for. So people can't just come out and make a statement at the end of the day, throw up their statement. So if people can make a statement in Abuja and carry that means there is no place that is safe in Nigeria. And for Nigeria senators, I think the worst people in Nigeria is not even President Buhari. It's only in Nigeria I see that the senators don't even impeach somebody. Because the reason why that impeachment is there, when somebody is not doing well in the office, it's right time for you to impeach that person. How can Buhari been in office for how many years now, and nobody is even losing emotion to impeach Buhari? And that is why I say all these senators, they are all the same thing. All of them are the same people. So why can Buhari sit in that office and nobody's, even the opposition party? The worst thing that the opposition party in Nigeria, I don't know their work as an opposition party. This is the work of an opposition party. You have to start moving motion for impeachment of Buhari. At least Nigerians will support you. But you see the opposition party, even they will be the one romancing the whole thing. And you keep asking yourself, what are these people doing in that Senate? What are they? Are they really there to work for people or for their own selfish interest? They can't even raise a very good motion. All they do there is to answer. Somebody will be talking on the Senate. Somebody will be answering call in the Senate. Somebody will be answering call. Someone also will be sleeping, checking their phone. That shows how unserious they are. So for me, if Buhari can be impeached, that shows you the level of Nigeria is. Because for me, Buhari is supposed to be impeached for more than, as in, Buhari have done something like maybe 20 times that deserve to be impeached. So if Buhari can still remain in that office and people are still, Nigeria are still cool, that means we are not going anywhere. I said it here 2 days ago, I said, if that thing that happened, that video that those terrorists show people that they are flogging people, if only that alone can be able to trigger Nigeria for a protest, there is nothing again that can make Nigeria go for protest. That alone, and everybody is still calm. We are still laughing. We are still doing everything. So for me, it doesn't make any sense. So I don't want to say too much. That is the little I can say now. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. This is from Godwin Abuza says, how can Satan cast out Satan? The senators are with the imposter called Buhari. Well, I'm not talking about this if Buhari is an imposter or this person is an imposter of who we used to know as our president or not, but I tell you, there is really something about this the new outlook of the president. It seems to be stronger and more solid, and all I am saying is whatever you have used, Oga, just pass it to us. Some of us would like to be younger too and be much more alive. I wanted to take a few questions. I wanted to take a few questions from the comment section, but okay, I can't find my way around it. Now, to you, Vivian Darus, thank you very, very much for this. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. Thank you very much. This really gladdens my heart. Thank you. Thank you for supporting us. I should say, Mrs. Ima, doing good. Carry on, my sis. You too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lady Vivian. I truly, truly do appreciate it. Guys, please don't forget to like this broadcast. Share the broadcast and support us. There's a $sign to the right on the comment section. Please do the needful. I'll be moving on to Mr. Juden. Mr. Juden, welcome to today's broadcast. It's good to have you here today.
Welcome, Ms. Ima. How are you doing today? And how's everybody doing? I hope you all are doing fine. Thank you, my fellow panelists.
Yeah. Everyone is fine over here. Thank you.
That's good. Well, I will start by saying, last week, shortly after this, the Kuje prison Boko Haram release, because that's the breakage is just just a common flag. Fani Kayode made a startling revelation. In fact, he was even the first person that made that startling revelation that DSS, that they have made several security warnings and intelligence warnings to the president and nothing to the those in charge, and nothing was done, nothing happened, so he cried out that for a country like this and with such intelligence and they couldn't do anything, and such a thing has happened as, breaking into the prison and releasing the Boko Haram. Again, it's, with what DSS have just said now, that several, up to 40, this thing was, intelligent reports were issued, which they could have used to avert, this national disaster, I would say, and yet nothing happened. Every time here, I keep, perhaps since I've even been seeing every speaker, I've never seen anybody calling Buhari the terrorist in chief, because everybody just dance around it. I don't know what they're afraid of anything. Buhari is in charge. Buhari is the person responsible for these terrorists and terrorist attack in Nigeria. Anybody looking elsewhere is just trying to fool himself or just plain ignorant. Buhari, El Rufai, and some northern governor, including Shetima, who is now the running mate of Tinubu. These are people responsible for the terrorism in Nigeria and for the bloodletting and spilling every day in Nigeria.
Mr. Judin.
They are the ones sponsoring these people.
Mr. Judin.
Yes.
You know, we have up to 7 terrorist groups in Nigeria. Are you saying all of them, or you are narrowing it down to 1 or 2?
Okay, Boko Haram. We all know. I'm sure Nigerian everybody knows how Boko Haram came into existence. It came before before Jonathan. Okay.
Boko Haram has been around for 12 years now.
Yeah, that's why I say it came before Jonathan, and we could trace the genesis of that. But for the especially the Hausa Fulanis, sorry, not the Hausa Fulani, the one they popularly call bandits, okay, and the Hausa headers. These ones are the childbirth of Buhari and his colleagues that are in that gang. All right, because otherwise I don't see how a man who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of this country, Nigeria, would go to another country to speak, to deliver a security speech. And I don't even know the kind of people that will listen to such a man. Somebody whose house is on fire, somebody whose citizens that he is supposed to watch over, whose primary responsibility is to protect their lives and their properties. And they are being killed and properties being damaged every day. And this man will be gallivanting, going to, who is he? What kind of speech is he even going to render? So if he's not the one responsible, I believe he could have been doing something. How many times has this man ever come to address Nigeria? Like every other president in the world does. How many times? How many times has he come to address Nigeria and let Nigeria know that they are working to stop this mayhem? No. Now, how can anybody justify this Boko Haram? They go with motorcycles majorly. That is these terrorists, different terrorist group. Majority of them go with motorcycles majorly. They know where they are. And with the kind of technology that abounds today, it's easy to fish, even if they don't know, but it's easy to fish them out. And these people come, operate in hours, several hours, and unchallenged.
They get smooth.
Even when
smooth
operation, even when they broke into the NDLA, Nigerian Defense Academy in Kaduna, nobody challenged them. Even when everything they have ever done, nobody challenges them.
Have you, Mr. Judin, have you seen NDA before? Have you passed through that place?
I've only passed
Security there is very tight.
Yes, I've only passed that one when I went to, that was long time ago, many years ago, when I went to ABU Zaria, But now, the thing is this: the president, okay, who is the commander-in-chief, if he doesn't know anything about what is happening, why is it that always, whenever the armies, the soldiers, are about to reaching out to where this Boko Haram and all these terrorist group are, and when they want to launch attack, the next thing they will call them back. They should call back. There have been series of reports, both from those on the ground, the soldiers on the ground, and other people who have been reported that whenever they go to, they are nearing them to take them off, they will call them back. They say, no, don't shoot. And these people have shot down 2 fighter jets in Nigeria. Imagine, nothing has happened. Nobody has been caught. And those, okay, if Buhari is not in charge of terrorism in Nigeria, has anybody, if there's anybody who is hearing my voice now, have ever heard in any country in the world that they have caught terrorists, and then the government of that country decide to give them to initiate a program, whatever name they call it, that is theirs. But in Nigeria, they call their own Operation Safe Corridor. They initiate a program in which they will be freeing the terrorists that they have caught. These terrorists, the same people that have killed women, that have killed children, that have killed so many people, rendered millions of Nigerians homeless, and put them in camps. Some even ran away. There are still so many people among the Yorubas, south, is it south, south, is it south, the Yorubas anyway, that are refugees in Benin Republic. So many of them since almost 2 or 3 years now. Nobody even talk about them at all. If he's not responsible, tell me, how come he's releasing them? Okay, how come he's not releasing other inmates? Buhari is quick to go and arrest and to go and kidnap Nnamdi from Kenya and bring him to this thing and put him in jail, and he refused to try him. All the allegations they brought, they have been thrown out. He refused to try him. Nnamdi has not committed anything. Before even Nnamdi left Nigeria, Buhari went and sent soldiers, they call it Operation Python or Operation whatever nonsense, to go to Nnamdi's house, and they killed 29 innocent Nigerian youth in his house in an attempt to kill him, to assassinate him. And this man was to appear in a court the following day, in their own court that they were supposed to appear. And then they'll be lying to Nigeria that Nnamdi jumped bail. That is even the worst of it. And the media, the bought over media in Nigeria continue with these same evil narratives that Nnamdi jumped bail. They are quick to send military and soldiers, gangsters, to Sunday Igboho's house in the midnight to go and kill him. In the process, they killed a number of people there. And many of them that killed there, they took their body. Up to today, they still have their body, their dead body. They even refused to release it to their family to bury. And destroyed all his property. And that is not the first time, not the second time. They were still able to go to Cotonou and then get him arrested. Why is it that they are not using this same military might, this same system to go and attack Boko Haram that have been killing Nigerians, that have been killing so many people, that have made Nigeria, in fact, the worst, the most dangerous place to walk on the surface of the earth today? If Buhari is not in charge, if El-Rufai, they are not in charge, if some northern governors are not in charge, and then if the governors in the south that are collaborating with them, they don't know anything that is going on, why have the governors in the south not speaking out? Why are they not speaking out?
All right, Mr. Juden, please wrap up so we can move to some other person.
Yeah, just let me say this. Nigeria, I don't know. We need to wake up. We need to wake up. We can't wait till this election comes. Because the election that is coming, you don't even know whether you're going to be alive till the election comes. Because with the fast pace at which things are going on in Nigeria, I don't even know whether Nigeria will still exist before December. Well,
yeah, I kind of share in that line of thought too, because I've been saying, what do we do before the election comes? It's I don't know, but when I come to say, you guys make it look like I am just pitching the bad things happening in Nigeria, or I should look for light in all of this and talk about what is happening at home is bad, you guys. I'm not trying to put 2 and 2 together, but it's really bad. And I've been asking, what do we do? What do we do?
It's not revolution.
In a time like this, to call for the resignation of the president. But if the president is not going to think to that direction, then we just should have to impose it on him. But even the Senate seems to be complacent. They are.
No, they seem to be complacent. The Senate are involved. All of them are involved. They are all involved. They are all involved in the whole insecurity in Nigeria. The essence of one of the fundamental this thing about democracy is the ability to have checks and balances. Okay, that is why democracy so far is regarded as the best way of administration so far, and that check and balances in the Nigerian system doesn't exist. Otherwise, what else can a president do before the Senate will rise up and say enough is enough? The president have done virtually anything unthinkable, unimaginable, that if it were to be an advanced country, Buhari would have done it last 1 year since he was the president. They would have impeached him long time ago.
All right, Mr. Juden, I have to move to someone else. Thank you for your time.
Thank
I'll get back to you.
Thank you.
Yes. Mr. Tunaija, good morning to you, sir. Welcome to this broadcast. How have you been, Mr. Tunaija? You've been missing on my screen.
Yeah, good morning, Emma. It's been, I've been trying to earn a living. It's not easy now in life. I'm trying to earn a living.
Nice.
Yeah, these topics, I've been listening to it. These topics have been, it's one of those things that really drives me crazy. Go ahead. Go ahead. You wanted to say something.
Mr. Tunaija, I saw that you came for me when I said, should we go back to being colonized? If everybody in every department, because right now everywhere is collapsed, everything from basic, tomatoes, you can barely get. I think what we have is either 5 or 6 for 500 naira. You can't do nothing with 1,000 naira. Pure water is 20 naira for one. I don't know if you remember what pure water looks like. It's 20 naira for one. People don't feel drink water. Even water self now gold now for Nigeria. Everything is bad. School has been on locked down. Excuse me. Primary school, people are not even safe anymore.
Yeah.
That is why I am saying, should we go back? Is that the only thing that would help us? In times like this, you expect processors like the Senate.
Yeah, I get what you are saying. You see, you asked the question, which wasn't what I was coming for. Is the speaker that said we should actually go in that direction. That's the person I was admonishing, because we are not the first to have problems. Russia, when they were building their nation as it is right now, millions were dying. If you compare that to what Nigerians are going through, it's nothing. I can assure you that. I'm not trying to minimize the suffering our people are going through. We are talking about millions of deaths. China, millions of deaths. Vietnam, the same. Most of this country, there was a time the French men were reduced by 10%. These are nations that the men have decided to do what needed to be done to fix their countries. And for our men to just sit here and say, oh, let some other woman's husband come and save us. Wow. Hence, it's sacrilegious. Why would any woman go near you even? Why would any woman that wants her children to progress and go on to have children go near a man that relies on another man for survival? What kind of what have we become? We see things as if we are children. We are not children. We are grown men. There are 5-foot Asian men that have done better at defending their women, their children, and their lands, better than our men that are 7 foot tall. We can't keep thinking like children. We have to back away from that and start looking at taking care of ourselves. You don't know any people that forfeit their survival to outside forces have totally forfeited their right to survive. You can't forfeit your survival to people that can decide whether they want to get rid of you or not. Our survival during the time of colonialism is because they didn't have the numbers. They almost lost their homeland. France was basically defeated by Germany. That we survived by wind and a prayer. Americans didn't survive. Look at the Red Indians today. They are a tiny minority in their lands. Look at the Aboriginals in Australia. They are a tiny minority. These people we are saying to come and recolonize us are talking about going to Mars. You think they cannot take the continent from you? They will get rid of you. Before, they were not able to survive on our territories. The West African coast was regarded as the white man's graveyard. That's why they didn't stay there in large numbers. You invite them again this time, you are inviting your extermination. That is on one side. When it comes to this security issue, I've been saying it time and time again. This issue is about numbers, and we keep joking about it. Keep thinking, if we don't take our security seriously, this is the problem we are going to keep having. This is not normal. Most countries don't have these problems. Okay, look at this data I was just reading just now. They talked about the qualities of of a military in any country, how you rate countries' militaries. They talked about weapons. They talked about how the kind of training that they received, and they said something about the commander's ability to consistently devise effective tactical strategies can be pivotal. But one of the most fundamental measures of a country's military strength is the number of soldiers it can deploy. And look at the list of top militaries in the country. Nigeria is not even on the list until 36. And yet, we are the 6th most populated country in the world. Sub-Saharan African countries are not even top 20. That's black countries. They are not even top 20 in any of the nations that have strong militaries. We didn't even show up there. Eritrea, that is of 6 million, is the one that showed up first. 6 million. The only country that has a significant military in sub-Saharan Africa, and that is not our black countries, is Eritrea, that has a population of 6 million. And that is the only country that voted against the West during the Ukraine-Russia conflict. That's the only country that had the gall to vote against the West. It tells you where we are. We are just sitting there. The reason why Buhari is not doing anything, because these people know that they are in the hands of foreign powers. Many of them go overseas for treatment. Our favorite candidate, which is Peter Obi, his child is in a foreign country. Would Boris Johnson send his child here, or send his child to Russia or China? Because that could affect your decision making. We accept things that are totally unacceptable. This is why our country is where it is. We don't even know what to accept, but the data is all there. It's all online. Just check it. You will see the correlation between the strength of a military to how well the country is doing. You have a strong military, you can push nonsense away from you. You can be able to think clearly and make your own decisions. And any man in Nigeria today that talks about foreigners coming to save us, mercenaries coming to save us, for us to be colonized, that man is not a man. I can tell you that right now. And no woman should go near that man. You don't want that seed propagating into the future. Then sure, they're not going to make it, because they're going to volunteer to be enslaved. What kind of people are we? We are we've got a massive continent left for us. It's like a rich dad that left a lot of wealth for the children, and the children are so spoiled that they wasted everything, frittered everything away. That's what we are doing. We have oil, we have land, we have people, we have all kinds of resources, from gold, name them, on our continent. And if you look at the list of countries, we are not even in the top 20 of strongest military in the world. If we put only sub-Saharan Africa, we're not even in the top 20. Nigeria is 36, and we have 200 million people. In terms of population, we are the 6th, and we are going to be the 3rd most populous country by 2050. Why do you think we have this problem? The problem is staring us in the face. And these NLC people that keep going on strike for ASU, maybe they should be going on strike for the kidnapped victims of the train attack, for the Owok victims, for the soldiers that are dying, and demanding that the federal government creates jobs by recruiting people into the military to defend our country. Instead, what they are doing is go and pay the ASU people for period that they were not working. What kind of thinking is that? They spend 6 months at home. Your first argument is pay them for the month that they have not been working. What is the disincentive not to find an excuse to go on strike again? That is completely senseless. It boggles the mind. I don't even understand how these men can think like this. If I can go on strike for 6 months and somebody is going to come and fight for me to get paid, and I get paid, why would I not do it again? For doing nothing. That's the biggest scam going. The federal government and these institutions have a symbiotic relationship, and we are the victims. And we have to realize that we are the victims. Both sides are just as bad as each other. They pretend as if they are fighting each other. They've been doing this for decades. It has not changed. If if this were meant well, it would have changed by now. They would do this dance, paralyze the country, and keeping us weak, and make our people so desperate that they are even called for recolonization and enslavement. And because we don't want to do the hard work that it will take. We don't want to do the hard work. And sometimes the hard work is just basically looking at each other in the face and be honest with each other and say, look at how screwed we are. We need to figure out this problem together and solve this thing. And believe you me, we are lucky.
Mr. Tunanja.
Yeah.
So what would be the first step, or what would be the way out of this?
The first step for me is people like NLC that claim to represent millions of people in Nigeria, people like ASU that claims to represent millions of young Nigerians that are in tertiary education, Pengas, in all the organizations. They should be making demands of the federal government to institute these things. Because if you create 2 million jobs in the security forces, do you know how stimulating that is to the economy? First, you are creating jobs. Now you can tax them. Secondly, you are also creating this in downstream jobs, which means somebody has to build the houses for those people in the barracks. Somebody has to sew their uniforms. You didn't know how many you are stimulating the economy while making the country more secure, inviting foreign investment. If only Nigerians overseas are able to return, do you know how many billions will flow into the country? Do you know how much investment that will come because Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa that people want to take advantage of to make money? You don't even you don't even have to invite the businesses. They will rush in if we just make our country secure. There's a lot of people that want to make money in this world. And with our population, they definitely, and they know if they make money in Nigeria, they can make money in the whole West Africa that is almost 500 million people. We sit there, these organizations sit there. That is where they need to start from. Start making demands before you start lending your support to political parties or candidates. Because if you make your demands, and now, because these organizations can influence millions of people, those political parties will have to think twice about how they approach this thing, their policies. Because now they'll say, okay, if we don't do this guy is going to go and support this side. They want to win, so they will come on your side. And besides, the Nigerian people will see clearly. If you are making a clear demand, like get us electricity, get us our security forces. Why are we not doing it like other countries are doing it? Get us those ones. If you agree with all those simple things, make the system more transparent. Let us see our government accounts. How hard can those be to demand of your politicians? Instead of going to ask for people that have not worked for 6 months to get paid first. Why 3 soldiers just died how many days ago? And I saw some of them were actually going to one of these government ministries to go and protest. The women and men that their family members were kidnapped. They were protesting on their own. Nobody was there with them. Protesting that the federal government do something. You don't see Pengasin there. You don't see NLC there. You don't see our people there. That is where we need to press the button. We need security, fix it. Because once you fix that one, most of the things will start falling in place. If you look at the list, I've checked even countries in terms of how well they are policed in terms of numbers. It doesn't correlate. What really correlates is the military strength. Some countries, some of the poorest countries are the most policed countries. While in terms of military, that's what tells you what is going on in that country. If you are strong militarily, because that would mean that your intelligence services, everything is also strong, people are not able to mess with you. This world is a world of competition. If they can mess with you, they can get your resources for cheap. This is what they are doing to us. We don't control our oil. The amount they take from the ground, and they tell us, oh, this, we just took 20 barrel. We have to accept it. Who knows what's going on offshore? And even if we are supposed to know, you will see the officials will collaborate with those people to steal even more of our resources. Do you know how much Nigeria is hemorrhaging from every angle? In short, the whole sub-Saharan Africa is going through the same thing. Congo, Uganda, Somalia, all of them, they are stealing all our resources. And we focus so much on fighting each other. And that is what gives them the power. This is not new. This is something the mistakes our forefathers made. Our forefathers have made the same mistake. They were fighting each other when they stole our land, they colonized us. A Yoruba elite was on the ship that attacked Lagos because he wanted to take the throne from his family member or some other elite in Lagos. We keep fighting each other and inviting foreigners in. Even in this conversation we're having earlier on, we are so desperate and we are so full of pain that we'll actually invited that we be colonized. No people do that. No people in this world will call for that. Not giants like us. We really need to re-examine what is happening to us, especially our men and our women. We need to hold your men accountable. You need to hold your men accountable, because many of our women now, in their heart of hearts, if you ask them, give them the opportunity to choose the man they want in the world, many of them will flee Africa and go overseas. If you give them visa, you are free to travel to anywhere in the world and pick your man. They will not be in Africa. Our women. Why would they respect the men? This is what we have given them. This is not, for me, all these things, for me, it's just straightforward common sense. If you look at the data, our people, we need to start coming together and calling for common sense. This thing that NLC is doing, they should be demanding for creation of jobs, not paying people for not working and keeping our young men at home and women at home, not educating them at all. That is not their priority. We should be using our own common sense to demand it. We should ask ourselves critical questions. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe my words are failing me here, but we need to ask ourselves, because these things have been happening for decades. What we are going through now is not the worst thing that we've ever faced. I was around when they canceled June 12th. Nigerians were traveling back to their regions. We thought the country was going to tear to pieces. A human being decided to cancel an election that was one of the best organized in the country. That is how mean these people are to keep us where we are. If that election had gone ahead, you know where Nigeria would have been by now. That thing didn't happen. It set Nigeria backwards. And if we keep doing things that destabilize our country, we'll keep going backward. Destabilization means you can't grow.
All right, Mr. Tunanja. I have
Thank
to
you.
move on to some other person. You're most welcome. Mr. Chris George, good day. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you, honorable colleague. Let me start from the beginning. Isi, can you hear me?
Mr. Chris George, please hold on a minute. We have some people who are just joining in, and I'd like to give a shout out to them. Irene Finest, Mama, thank you for joining. How are you doing today? Okay, Chukulote, good morning. How you doing? Okay, Uki Ebo, thank you for joining today's broadcast. Okay, now we are talking about, Irene, you were asking what the topic is. The current topic is DSS has come out to say they wrote 44 letters to, now they didn't say who these letters were written to, but they say they wrote in before the Kuje attack. That means there was warning. There was pre-warning before that happened, but unfortunately it fell on deaf ears. They refused to act on it. So now we are saying who is refusing to give the order here in Nigeria? What is really happening? 44 times to talk about an intended attack, and nothing was still done about it. And they came in, they succeeded. It was a very smooth operation. It happened unhindered. It was successful. And now that is what we are talking about here. And not just that, we are talking about insecurity generally. The fact that these people said they were going to attack Abuja, and they did. And now there is Abuja, there is Kaduna, there's Katsina, there's Lagos. They are threatening, or they've said that they are going to attack. So now that's what we are talking about. Welcome to the broadcast again. Mr. Chris George, please go on ahead.
Okay, thank you. You see, let me tell you a bit of a story. One of my community members is in army forces in 2014. He's among those soldiers that fight Boko Haram in Northeast. According to data we had then, they say they are killed 85 Boko Haram forces. When they are about to come back, the Boko Haram, during the night, the Boko Haram ambushed them. The Boko Haram murdered 12 of them. Is among my community, is among those that murdered. Till now, I can tell you that his wife and children, no one cares about them. The federal government doesn't ask about the young man that died, the wife of the wife and children. If not we, his brothers and sisters, that are helping the lady and the children. Since the man died in that war, none of the government agencies asked about the children, about the woman. And I can tell you that most of our community, some of them have resigned in Nigerian army. You see, kind of where we find ourselves. That's sometimes when I start blaming those boys in the security agency. But sometimes I stop blaming them. Because some of them die in the war. Government doesn't care about their family, about their children, about their welfare of the living. So, are you encouraging those ones in the military to keep on fighting? If you know when they die, no one cares about their family, about their children. So that's where we brought ourselves into, because the kind of government we are practicing here, I don't know elsewhere it is practiced. Issue like one of my persons said that to avoid foreign military. To avoid foreign military is good. After 1945 war, Japan experienced insecurity a lot, and they invited American military to help them to secure their country. America that dropped bomb in Hiroshima. And after the American military collaborates with them, their country becomes stabilized and their country starts functioning well. But in Africa, it's the other way negative, because instead white man will help you to fight insecurity in your country, it will destabilize your economy and take your resources back home. So, you see, in Nigerian military, they are fighting the military with the tribalism and the ethnicity. I can tell you that. Why am I saying this? During the Goodluck administration, the northern elite accused Goodluck that he using military to depopulate northern population. So, this Boko Haram, bandits, ISWAP that operate in Nigeria today, the government can't hand in it. And government knows how they operate. The government is one give them data. Government is one give them information where to attack and where not to attack. The time to execute their actions. They're threatening Kaduna, Lagos, Abuja is not a new thing, because government are benefiting. Ndị banyere this is na anyị adịghị mma bụ ugwu ndị nze na ọzọ. Agha dị mma bụ gịnị? Ugwu ndị nze na ọzọ. When the God is not good, the traditional prime ministers, Misono, they will benefit from that. So the government are benefiting from insecurity. That's simple. If the DSS give them 44 reports, why can't they investigate in that report and do necessary action to avoid that Kuje prison attack? You see, government know where they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. So DSS 44 reports and no action was taken. Do you think President Buhari doesn't know about all this insecurity? He knows it very well. He has agenda to organize Nigeria. I'm not a racist or prejudiced, but Buhari has an agenda to organize Nigeria. That's the best agenda they're using. How can you tell me a bandit in a forest doing video and the video is going viral in internet? How can you tell me that? Because Nigeria have a VPN. Nigeria has satellite. What is purpose of satellite and Nigerian VPN? Nigeria say register your ATM, Giro, Airtel, but kidnapping. There are those boys are still doing kidnapping. What is the purpose of that registration they're doing? NIN. What is the purpose of that NIN? The government knows it all the operation very well. Government can't handle it. So if we decide for us the country to be good, we must go back to practice regional government. Every region, every state take care of security state, every state policy. Because now, let me not say this, if from Abuja now, Kaduna, when Kaduna attack, next action is Lagos, from Lagos to East, from East to Bayelsa, which means the bandit will take over the government. That is the Afghanistan government. The best thing to do is what? Regional government. Every region, take your security of your states. That's the best thing to do. How can we tell me that Nigeria has satellites, Nigeria has VPN, VPN Nigeria is working perfect. DSS that captured Nnamdi Kanu from 5,000 miles away can't capture bandits in the forest with their video circulating. Let me tell you, Nigeria has highest general in Africa, highest military general with highest terrorism. Don't you see a strange on it? So Nigeria is a state of where when they're fighting a military, it will become ethnicity. They're fighting ethnicity fighting. They're not fighting a bandit and Boko Haram. Because during the good luck time, some Northerners say when you kill Boko Haram, you kill Northerner. Do you remember the time 400 children was arrested, found explosive in their body, and good luck arrest them and put them in the jail? The NNP candidate now called Kwankwaso is the one that traveled to Abuja and won good luck. If any of them die, the Igbos in the Kano, they will not survive it. Government has to free them. This man that Tinubu gun mate, what's his name, Chetima. How do you tell me that that guy that arrest one certain time have access to government lodge? Why Chetima Fuga away? So we are not ready to fight Boko Haram. We are not ready to fight bandit. We are ready to fight bandit. We must review ethnicity. We must review tribalism. And these people are my people. Don't kill them. These are my people. If this thing is happening in the East, you know that Nigeria has military. You know, or Anambra, or Port Harcourt. You know, Nigeria has military very well. The Nigerian military with all the armored car, Tucano fighter, all the type of fighter jets, all the laser light weapon, rocket launcher, we collaborate everywhere. So they know what they're doing there. That's why my best submission. They're not ready to fight anything. We are waiting to Islamize and Franize. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Chris George, thank you for that. Mr. Majid, good morning and thank you for joining us today.
Man, what this guy just said just now, sorry, man. What you said is completely, man, out of nowhere. What is he talking about? That the Nigerian military is not willing to fight. One Nigerian soldier has to defend 2,000 citizens. They have to keep Lagos safe. They have to keep Rivers State safe. They have to keep Bayelsa safe, where most of our foreign earning is coming from. They have to defend Abuja. They have to defend your ministers. They have to defend the governors. They have to, do you know the responsibility that they have to hold, knowing that they have to defend 2,000 people? Have you tried to protect a whole family? One soldier has to defend 2,000 people. If you know that, then I understand how you can say Nigerian soldiers can do too much. Those letters were being sent. Maybe it was not reaching the right people. Maybe it's the people were too far thin on the ground to be able to do anything. Those 3 soldiers that were killed recently, from what I gathered, they were responding to something and they got ambushed. What makes you think the reason why the Nigerian military or forces did not respond was that they were guarding something else and they were afraid of getting ambushed? When they try to do something, we criticize. When they try to do When they do nothing, we criticize. They don't have the numbers. We are getting what we are paying for. Let's see. I really feel sad for those people. I really feel bad for them. And what this guy just said is just unacceptable.
All right, Mr. Tunaija, thank you for saying how you feel about that. Mr. Majid, please, you could go on. But Mr. Tunaija, Mr. Majid?
Do you want me to talk or you want to say something?
Please turn down the volume of your mobile, please. I don't think it's because they are undersized or they are overstretched. I think they're just going with others.
If you try it now, go to a school and teach.
No, I do see that logic. But instances where these people go fight, combat, and they arraign like 150, 200 Boko Haram boys, and then they get presidential pardon. And before they will arraign this amount of people, some of them would have died in the process. Some of the military men would have died. And then I think they are just not giving the command. I think that's why all of this it looks like they have much more hold over us than our.
So ask yourself now, why has the US not been able to control Afghanistan? The US, with all the advanced technology, their know-how and everything, they couldn't defeat the Taliban. Why? Because they didn't have the numbers. We have to be. I don't understand how to say this anymore. The examples are many. The US was bombed with all their satellites and everything. The UK was bombed repeatedly. As a matter of fact, the IRA killed one of the royal family members. They almost killed Thatcher in the UK. We really need to really look and see clearly.
Hey, my friend, this is a different thing here. You can't use those people to compare Nigeria. Nigeria has become a place where anybody can do anything. You are talking of UK, US. Those people, at least, it's not like the way they are killing in Nigeria. If one people died in UK, the government will you see the president will come up on the air and speak and give an order. In Nigeria, it doesn't happen.
Okay, can I say something?
Mr. Tunaija and Mr. Collins, I would like for Mr. Majid to have his time, please. Mr. Majid, please go ahead.
I greet everyone. I greet you too. Well, I've heard what everybody said in this group. There's this video I came across yesterday. I think it was kind of a documentary made by an Hausa guy. So from what I saw in that documentary, it's obvious that the people terrorizing Nigeria are not foreigners. Rather, they are people they know themselves. This guy was able to go to all of them. Those people heading the banditry and so different group in that north, Fulani and the Hausa. So that is where I realized that this fight started as a tribal fight between them. So it was not like they don't know about the fight. I think even their elite knows about the Hausa and the Fulani fight. Right from time they know about it, but they kept quiet. They sat on it, bringing this kind of one love in public for us to see that they are together. So when I saw that, I realized that this was not just a fight that started yesterday. This fight has been there between Hausa and the Fulani, but they kept quiet. And what pains me is that when the Fulani people were angry, saying that they are not recognized, they are not given the equal opportunity like the average Hausa man. I was like, man, what is all this? The people in charge of the affairs of the North, most of them are Fulanis. The governors, the emirs, the chiefs, they are all Fulanis. So what stopped them from educating those guys? So it was like they did it intentional to uneducate these people and make them feel marginalized so that their anger will exhibit. And when they exhibit that anger, they will unleash it on everybody. And that is what they are doing now. So they say that when there is a guy that kidnapped, that killed people in Zamfara State, 2021, that was when the guy carried out this killing. So do you realize that this same guy was given a title in Katsina State, was given a title, and when they interviewed him, he said that he has no regret in killing people, that his own, he doesn't kidnap, his own, he just go there. Once his boys kidnap, he just go there, kill them, he doesn't fear any story. That's the best way he thought the government can just look on their side. So they were also saying they are marginalized. So when these things comes up and it seems like this thing started today, these people kept quiet, waiting for this thing to get over all over Nigeria, and they succeeded in getting that. Now is no longer tribal thing. Is now that Nigeria overlooked the Fulanis and marginalized them, make them feel unwanted in Nigeria. So that is the mentality these people have. So when you look at it, you realize that there's nothing anybody can do if those people who knows them cannot flush them out. You cannot do anything, because I cannot from the south and go to the north and start fighting in a community where I know nothing about. So it is the same community people that will fish them out and make them realize that what they are doing to people is not good. So for us, we in the south, we are only going to fight those who will stop that cross that from north to south. That is what I think. But the problem is within the Fulani and Hausas. So, and when people come here to say that Nigerian soldiers are not doing, they can't do anything. Man, these people can do something. To be sincere with you, if you give a Nigerian soldier the right command, he will follow your command to the last. It's not like they lack the ability or the strength or the military power to do so. They don't lack it. But this thing, somebody somewhere is sitting on that command. Somebody you can't tell me that president is not aware that those people are his kinsmen. He's aware of it. If anybody has to give order, it has to be him. If he said he wants this insecurity to end today, definitely it's going to end today. They have the military will, but they cannot give the command because it's their people. They know when this fight started. So when they are saying they want land, there is a vast land in the north where these people can rear their cattle. Very easy. They have enough land. Them themselves can't even sit on those land alone. But I wonder what they are looking for in other places they cannot find in their own land. So that is to show you that they purposely lead guys to believe that we don't love them, we don't need them, because they refuse to educate them, refuse to give them basic things to help them understand how life goes. So when you keep people in that kind of life, and you need to see where they are living. Even where they are living, I don't think water is there. There is no water. So how do you expect these people to survive? So the people doing it are the same elite, Fulanis, and they are fighting other tribes that didn't love them. When you people have been in power for almost 50-something years. So I don't understand. But the only thing I'm trying to let people know that we should stop blaming our military. They are not the problem is the people heading the military. That's the problem here. Because I know that our military used to be more powerful than the way we thought, the way we normally think. They used to go outside country,
And I have to give it to the military men. We have solid people in the military. Unfortunately, the government is wasting their lives. Unfortunately, we have solid people, we have strong men in the military. And I mean, we already know that these people, they obey command. as barbaric after the NSAS saga that they shot civilians holding the national flag. Some couldn't deal with themselves, as Irene Finance said. Some of us have people in military, and there's some things that we cannot say so that it doesn't get traced to them. The government have tied their hands, and these people are paying, but they still have to go. What some of them are doing now, they are changing departments because there's no one die now. They are changing departments. They are going to departments where they will not be put on forefront like that. Buhari should, for once, be a man. What I think is being a man, is for his people. So I am asking, how do we protect ourselves? How? Governors are coming out to say, carry arms. Please don't mute your mic. Please don't unmute your mic. Please, whoever this is, mute your mic quickly, please. And reduce the volume of the other device if you have to. Please. The government has shown to us that they are for these people. Now, I would understand if the sitting president is doing this, right? Because this is one person. Every other person, the Senate, those in charge of security, the military, they're also sitting down, the governors. So they even contributed money that amounts to $1 billion for security and nothing. So if not for Governor Otom that is dragging the federal government by its own and asking what was the money used for, we won't even know. It's not fair. I think we are talking a lot. Practically speaking, what do we do? Okay, Mr. Tunaija, you say we do not have the numbers. Thank you for bringing that to our notice, right? Can't we invite other bodies to? I watch it in movies. So what will it cost for Mr. Tunaija? What will it cost for us to have military from other countries join us? What will it take? And we have.
You mean African countries?
And wherever. Is it different?
No, wow, not wherever. This world, let me explain this to you. I think we really need to wake up. This world is controlled on racial lines. No other race will want your people to be successful, except it benefits them significantly. Asians will not do anything to benefit us. Ask Nigerians that go to their countries how they treat us. Europeans will not do anything. So when you say any country, I don't understand how we think like this. You see how they treat us. You see how they killed Africans in Morocco here. Black people like you and I. So there is a difference between African soldiers and foreign.
How do we then trust these African soldiers? If the likes of Liberia would dare to invite Buhari to come and talk on security, is it Liberia that we want to have, and the other African countries that has been inviting? I don't even know how these people are inviting.
At least they are inviting a black man. You can't fault them for it. At least they are inviting a black man that they see as one of their own. You want them to invite a UK Prime Minister instead? Who kept us here? I don't understand how do we understand these things? You think these things are happening by accident? You know our leaders go to them all the time, don't you? You know they have a military base in Niger, right where all these so-called things are coming from. They have a military base right there. They have a military base in Cameroon. They have a military base next to Nigeria. It's only Nigeria that doesn't have a major military base presence from all these foreign people. And you wonder why we are suffering. Is it not abnormal? A country the size of Ghana, 33 million, has 15,000 soldiers. That is unnatural by the standard of any other group that is not black. So you have to be asking yourself, what is going on? Did we actually get independence? Is there a clause? Because now we are beginning to find out that the French countries actually signed a clause that meant that they are not even free at all. Is there a clause in our independence declaration that doesn't really mean that we are free? Because somebody once said that we still remain the dominion of the Great Britain. So when we keep blaming ourselves, we have to know that we have to use our tongue to count the number of teeth in our mouth. We are the ones that have been victimized by foreign forces. We have to free ourselves. If Nigeria, and believe me, many African countries are looking up to Nigeria. because we are the most populous black country. If we can free ourselves, like the way Eritrea has done, you will see the change will ricochet throughout the whole continent. This is something that most regions do. Look at Asia was suffering during the times before China became powerful. The moment China became powerful, it affected the entire Asian nations because suddenly they started getting the umbrella protection that China provides. The same thing with India. India becomes a nuclear power. It affected all the subcontinent countries that are like them. This world is controlled by this in groups of race. There's the reason why no African country is part of NATO, because it's a European, pan-European organization to defend their interests. Black people don't have that. The only one we have is ECOMOG, headed by Nigeria. And you wonder why Nigeria is stressed. Nigeria is competing with France for control in West Africa. Nigeria is competing with the US for control in West Africa. This is the battles, big battles we are in that our people don't understand. And our leaders, maybe cowardly or for whatever reason, whatever game they are playing, they are not telling the people the truth. If you go online, talk to people overseas, they will tell you what is going on. They are not even hiding it. They are not hiding it. They even put it on their website. That's the AFRICOM website, the organization that is responsible for controlling Africa from the US. You know the term they used to describe Africa? With a few troops and a few bucks, not even money, a few bucks, they can get outsized returns. Because they said they spent about 0.3% of their defense budget controlling Africa, a country 2.5 times the size of the entire United States. That is what they put on their website. If you want me to send a link to the document so you read it yourself, so you understand the state of our continent, what we are going through, what our leaders are doing is just papering. I sometimes look at them as caretaker governments. They are not running our countries like independent states. And we have to start understanding that and start demanding a change in our security posture. We are not protected. And for us to even invite the people that put us in this state, we really need to start divorcing ourselves, waking up here. Our forefathers, they failed. That's why we are here. They failed. They didn't realize it on time. And by the time they know it, we're colonized and enslaved. Our sin is right there across the sea. We can see it in the Americans. We can see it in the Brazilians that were taken from our land and sent overseas. And you know the torture they had to go through to survive till today? There is Congo, millions died in Congo from the torture they went through. And some people are inviting them again to come back again, to come and colonize us. That is a big problem. I don't know how to change your mind on that, but I really advise people that are thinking like that to really wake up.
So, Mr. Tunaija, our best bet right now is to save ourselves, as you've always said.
Like everyone has. Yes, we have to save ourselves.
Which would be to recruit more people into the military.
Yes. Absolutely. That's even a start. You have to change your mindset. There are most of these infectious diseases that we keep getting in Africa. It's been proven that many of these people come to Africa to test it. They come and infect us with all kinds of things. We don't even ask questions. We allow people to come and take advantage. How many continents do you see them going to China to do all this garbage? Do you see them going to India to do all these things? No, they don't, because those people have self-respect and they say, no way. You can't allow any other group to come into your house. Even Nigerians don't even allow somebody that they don't trust very well to come and mess with their children. But we allow foreigners to come and do this to us.
All right, Mr. Tunaija, thank you. Mr. Majid, I'm so sorry I interrupted you. You could please wrap up.
Okay, so let me respond to Tunaija a little bit. I think you lay so much blame on the Western people. For me, I think the main problem is not them. The problem is the people who we sent an errand to represent us. If you don't see my leg, in your house, you will not know how I'm living in my own house, right? Is when I come to your house, you will know how I'm living, to explain myself to you. So what happens is our own leaders go there to explain to them and they take advantage of what is happening in African continent, and they exploit that weakness and take away things they want from us. For me, I don't blame them, because if I did not go to you,
I'm not blaming them. I'm just explaining to you that it's us that are causing. That's why I said we have to save ourselves. I'm describing the problem. If somebody tries to burn your house down, it doesn't mean that person doesn't exist. It's a problem for you to solve. It's us that need to solve that problem. They keep putting fire to our house, dousing us with the tribal divisions and religious divisions, religion that we didn't create. How did we get here? It's like voodoo. So I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming us. Why do you think I keep talking about our men and what we have not done? Our women, we need to hold ourselves accountable. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for clearing that. So let me just conclude in my submission. So what I think Nigeria should do is we need to employ more. We need to recruit more soldiers, recruit more police, recruit more navy. We need to recruit those our foxes. Maybe we should recruit them, make them like 1 million, because it's not Nigeria can actually sustain a military of 1 million people. There's nothing there. China has it. We are the most let me just say sixth most populated country in the world. So I wonder why we are having thousands when we're supposed to have 1 million, to protect the Nigerian state. So the military they have now is not much. And for me, I believe that creating more military, and that will also help to stabilize at least a certain region like that northern side that I'm talking about. We need more military there, and we also need more military to protect the Nigerian state, because man, this is getting too much. Everyday killing. There is no day you wake up you won't hear that somebody bandit did this, bandit. Even a Abuja that's supposed to be more secure is where schools are closing. So man, your capital state, your capital is where you're closing school. Man, do you know what Russia did to penetrate Kiev? For how long? Were they able than ordinary people with AK-47 is giving Nigeria a run? Man, for you to see that the foundation is faulty, this is not about the foundation is faulty. People who are representing us, who are there as security agents, are the one. How can you recruit somebody that they already a bandit? You recruit him into military, and you will be telling me that the military will be okay, everything will be safe, their information, everything will be safe when you have such people in your military uniform. So I bet that Nigeria needs to do more. If this 2020 will still be there, man, Nigeria needs to do more. Thank you.
That is the minimum of where we should start from in terms of fixing these things. And the question is, how do you get them to do it? Because some of these leaders have now chosen not to do much about this problem. You have to force them to do it. Leaders, that's how they behave. If the people don't change, they will not change. Now, so if the people don't change, the leaders won't change. We have to start demanding that organizations like NLC, all these ASU, all these organizations should be making such demands, because they are supposed to represent the Nigerian masses. You have to demand it before you start lending your support to any party, to Labour, to Tinubu, or the PDP. You have to make demands of these people. It's like every other thing. Any woman knows it. I will use a woman's example again. Any woman knows this. If you want to go out with a guy and you sell yourself cheap, you're going to get cheap results.
Can other people contribute, please?
Go ahead. Nobody's talking now. That's why I'm talking.
One simple question, please.
No, we are waiting for the moderator to direct the floor. And
please, one question.
So you would rather remain quiet?
Mr. Let Go.
Hello?
Mr. Let Go.
Can I comment, please?
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Niger Watch and my fellow Nigerians. Yeah, so I have been listening what all different opinions. So, like the last speaker was saying that maybe Nigeria should start thinking of recruiting more people in the military. If I can recall, when I was in secondary school, I enrolled in Nigerian military, and but maybe because of the region I came from, I passed the first training, the second training at One Port Harcourt, I passed it. So moving to Zaria, then all our name was brought down. This happened when I was in SS1. It happened again after my SS3. So in this country, in terms of military recruitment, they are sentimental on it. That is why you are not seeing some region that have more of their people in the military. And that is why you see majority of the military we have today is from the north. So all the foundation of Nigeria, the constitution that they use to guide us is wrong. So no matter what anybody said, no matter what is your opinion, if we did not get it right from that constitution, what is happening today will continue to happen. Because look at what is happening. That they gave Mr. President 44 guidelines, security information that this guy is gonna attack. Mr. President went back and sleep because he doesn't care about Nigeria. Why? All the strategic posts in Nigeria is being given by the same kind of people. Look at all the strategic posts in Nigeria today from the military. So it's given from the same people, and that is why nothing is happening. The chief of army staff that was died in the plane crash, the secret information was saying they murdered that man in that plane crash because of how he's carrying his activities after he was appointed. Because he was ready to cleanse these terrorists. But because of that, that man died. So looking at Nigerian military, it will be hard for us to achieve anything. I could remember during Jonathan time, international community came to help us to rescue Chibok girl in Sambisa forest. This our National Assembly quickly passed a law that to say that they will only observe, but they cannot shoot. That is why those military from France, United States left. They told them not to shoot terrorists, but they should observe. And when they left, what did they tell Nigeria? That Nigeria knows their problem and Nigeria can solve their problem. That is the report. So looking at all those things, we still have the same National Assembly today. Nigeria is burning down. National Assembly is busy trying to pass water, electricity bill. That is the kind of people we have. So it's going to be hard. You have to ask yourself a question. If I'm your brother or if you are my brother, can you go to Nigeria? Can you agree to work in Nigerian military today? The answer will be no. Let us remove sentiment. Ask yourself, if they want to call you, please come. We are going to recruit you today in Nigerian military. Can you go? The answer is no, you cannot go because you know that when you go there, they will send you to Zamfara and this Boko Haram will slaughter you there. So that is the problem. Nigeria, we have Air Force, we have helicopters, we have train, we have armored vehicle, we have so many sophisticated weapons that we can use to track this Boko Haram. What are their population? Are their population more than a state that Nigeria cannot combat? So how many are these terrorists? that Nigeria cannot fly helicopter more than 4 times and finish them. But it's not happening today. So in terms of this insecurity, it's not going to go away. We have people in the government that cannot make it work. If all the strategic posts in Nigeria was given equally, like I remember when Jonathan was there, and Ihe Ejirika was the Chief of Army Staff. Chief of Air Force was, I think, somebody from Kano. So when you share these posts equal, when we are having a Security Council meeting, everybody will come with different ideas. But we are having with the same people that will come and bow down for you and enjoy themselves and drink their tea and coffee, and nothing is done. As Peter B said, if you work with me, we do council meeting today, we do council meeting tomorrow, you are not bringing any idea that he's gonna sack you. You are not doing your job. So that is the problem we have in this country today. So for us to be safe, first, we have to defend ourselves. Everybody have to defend their border right now. In your village, they have to form their own security. In your town, they have to form their own security. That is the way to go. And we have the power 2023 to start getting it right. We have the power to change it in 2023. Everybody. Because if we fail, what we are seeing now is better compared to what is to come in Nigeria. I'm not saying it hard for Nigeria to cooperate with other military. If Nigeria can go to other military and help them to fight a war, I don't see the reason why our house is burning, the government is sitting on the power with the terrorists, and the Nigerian cannot seek help. I don't see the reason why we cannot do that. So whether if they come to our country, they will colonize us, it is better so that we know that we have failed. Because you cannot be in a failed state and you are bragging. You cannot be in a failed state and you are saying you can control yourself. Look at where we are. The same Nigeria that want to guide themselves and still the same Nigeria that are killing themselves. If Nigeria can kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, collaborated with Kenya police, Kenya military, Kenya everything, Kenya government, and they hijacking Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria overnight. Why are they not going to do the same with these terrorists? Why are they not cooperating with Kenya to kill the terrorists? Why are they not, try to work with all those countries that they work to grab Nnamdi Kanu and put him in jail because he said simple truth. And today we have a terrorist that are in our capital, that are terrorizing our capital, that are killing Nigerians, and nothing has been done. So let us not deceive ourselves. The constitution Nigeria is sitting upon is a fraudulent constitution. Let nobody deceive. I have said it here in Nigeria Watch. One day we should get the Nigerian constitution. Everybody read Nigerian constitution. Where you don't understand, you ask questions. You will see that that constitution is not meant for you. It's not meant for us. The constitution is meant for whoever that is ruling us. And when they asked Buhari, Buhari said that I'm ruling Nigeria according to the constitution. And that is right. He is doing what the constitution says because there is no devolution of powers. He do whatever he wants. So that is the problem. But I will say that individually, we have to protect ourselves. You have to fight for yourself. You have to guide yourself. As they're equipping Boko Haram, equipping the terrorists, we also need to equip ourselves. Get your ammunition, get your gadgets. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I say something?
By ammunition, I am Mr. Lego means get your PVC.
Can I comment?
Can I say something?
Please, who is speaking?
Mr. Charles, can I speak
I'm
something?
speaking also. Ken is speaking though. I don't know, but whatever you the coordinator.
Can I come in?
All right, Mr. Charles.
Yeah, what I want to say, we all know 2015, before the election, when Goodluck was still in power and Ihejika was in charge of military. You see, this Boko Haram we are talking about, they stopped them. Everybody know a threatened election will not hold, but Goodluck Jonathan move down there with his military and stop them. You know, when they were about to stop them, we all know the role this Buhari government, this Buhari now play, and the Aerofire, and some other governors in the northern Nigeria. They went to United States and campaigned against Goodluck Jonathan that he is when they want to go and buy military jet, that he is buying military jet to come and kill their own people. We all know. I wonder if sometimes I ask myself so many questions about our people. They easily forgot. They easily forgot. You see, we are talking about insecurity. We recruit 1 million soldiers, bring this, bring that. When we have failed to look down and understand and see that it is the people in power that are responsible for this. They say they refuse to educate some of their people because this is the method they are using. The Fulani elite, they know what they want to achieve. I always say it here. Today, we are talking about Hausa Fulanis. Before, it used to be Hausas. Today, it is no more, it is Fulanis. In the northern Nigeria, about 18 governors in the northern, about 19 governors in the northern counted, you will find almost 10 or more than them are Fulani governors. When you go to the Senate, they have the majority number, the major numbers. When you go to House Representative, they have all the major offices in Nigeria. They occupy it, and they have an agenda, which where insecurity can never stop, except indigenous Nigerians rise up to this rubbish these people are doing. If we continue to lament, talk, look, we are going to be talking till they succeed in their plan. They have succeeded in the north by emasculating them. Now, somebody say the Fulani, those that didn't go to school, they were fighting the outside that they don't value. This is the game the elites are playing, so that it looks as if they are trying to help them. The same game now they are playing in Nigeria, the whole Nigeria. One, they succeeded in making sure that their people hold major positions in the military. They make sure in Nigeria, where Fulanis are, the highest Fulanis in Nigeria is 10 million, highest, or 15 million. But go to our military, they have the major numbers in the military. Why? Why do they have major numbers? Go to in the north, they make sure that whenever any government come in, if you are looking for somebody from the north to give position, they position their people to make sure that they are the ones that position we go to. They plan all these things.
You need to round up, please.
So what I'm saying here, anyone who is saying that this insurgency, insecurity will stop without looking down, without trying to encourage indigenous Nigerians to rise up to this and defend themselves, I am telling you, this thing can never stop. It will never, except we have a government who will deal with them decisively. That's the only way this thing can stop. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Charles. I'll move quickly to Mr. Kennedy.
Please.
No, please. Mr. Kennedy, you have the floor, please. Mr. Kennedy? Okay.
Sima, can I come in here?
Mr. Kennedy, you don't seem to be here. This question is from Chris George. Mr. Chris George is asking, how is government taking care of those that died in the war of terrorists? You people, however way you that's a military man, I don't think the government has anything, and that is why people would not, want to go, because they know that they are not even paid well. These are people that should even be paid. please, Mr. Collins, today's topic, as I don't know, it's been full of emotions, and guys, please, we can share our opinions. What is happening in Nigeria is enough to, it shouldn't bring us at loggerheads with each other. It is us against what is happening to our nation. So please, let's come together. Let's respectfully submit our opinions, and we really don't have to fight anyone for how they think. No, we don't. We would just, out of every nonsense, there is sense in it. So let's just speak from everywhere, and build our nation again. And this is for, okay. Let's come back to my panelist, Mr. Collins, right? We have come to the close of the show. So this segment is where you give your last submission.
I've been listening all this while. Everybody has been talking, and they end up we are all saying the same thing. And this is what we've been saying right from the day I joined this panel.
Yes.
So for me, there is nothing much for us to say about what is happening in Nigeria, because it affects all of us one way or the other. Because all of us, we have friends in the north, we have friends in the east and the south. So we all have friends in all part of the country. So whatever affects your friends also affects you. Whatever affects your relation affects you one way or the other. So for me, the best way for every Nigeria is to do the right thing. So what is the right thing I ask people to do? You ask, you're coming to this 2023. It's election. I keep telling people this election is not, you are not voting it for yourself. It's not for yourself. This election is something that people, in coming 50 years, your generation will remember you. It's 100 years, your generation is going to remember you, because I am one of the people that contributed to the change of this country. So you have to be among those people that change this country. So if you feel that 4,000 naira, 5,000 naira that you've been taking for long, that you keep collecting it, keep doing that. And at the end of the day, when something happens in Nigeria, don't say anything, because you contributed for it. So, and if you want a change that you've been clamoring for, put that effort. And that effort, put that effort. Make sure that you vote the right candidate, because there is no how you vote the right candidate and Nigeria will be in this situation. Trust me that. We've been voting. It's only in Nigeria that you see people, when it comes to our work, to manage our hotels, our companies, we find the good work, the best quality, the best to handle that company for us. But when it comes to the most important office in the country, the most important office, we went down to that, looking for a secondary school, even a nursery school certificate. That is what we are looking for.
Mr. Collins, I'd like to interrupt you there. That has always been our belief, and that's always where we have the bigger picture. Now, with everything that has come to this point, right? Every office is important. Every office is important.
But we don't think like Nigeria. We don't think that when it comes to the presidential, as in being the president of Nigeria, is important, because if we took it as important as we see our own offices, our own company, personality. So why are we voting as people that is very illiterate to that office? So
highly incompetent.
Yeah. So if there is no how we can vote somebody that is very competent, somebody that is very intelligent, that will take us to this level. You understand? So the best in Nigeria, since we've been trying to do all these things in different ways, can we try and do something different? Let's find a credible candidate. You yourself, we all know, at least there is nobody in Nigeria that don't know what is good and what is bad. You can bring out these 18 people that is contesting for president. Ask yourself question: which one do I really want to vote? Which one will you do, as in do something good for Nigeria? So all these things, when we come here, we talk about this. We should imagine Nigeria citizens asking themselves that we should be defending ourselves. When you vote for president, when you vote for election, you are submitting your power to that person to guide me. You are asking that person, I want you to guide me. So when the politician fail to guide you, I think that is their responsibility. They should be stepped down, because they cannot be able to take up that. So for us to come here and asking citizens, you should go and buy gun. How many people in Nigeria have money to buy gun? How many people in Nigeria have money to protect themselves? Even if you buy that gun for yourself, police will still arrest you for carrying that gun. Police will still arrest you for carrying that gun. So how are you going to protect yourself when somebody have an AK-47? Are you going to use the kitchen knife to protect yourself? So I think it's the right of government to protect their. That is the first thing for a government to do, is to protect the rights of their citizens. So if any government cannot be able to do that,
all right,
they
Mr.
should
Collins.
step down. So thank you.
All right, thank you for that, sir. Mr. Tunanja, you have the floor, please.
Yeah, I understand that I'm coming across as insulting. That is not my intention. But the reason why I have to respond like that, because sometimes opinions can actually be insulting to somebody and people just describe it as opinion. If somebody comes and tells me that as a black man we should be enslaved, I consider that insulting, because other people consider that low IQ and that's why they insult us. I can send you a link of a British man that literally is making scientific argument that we are of lower IQ. When people do these things, then if you have to tell them that, okay, what you are saying is the kind of weakness that we saw. I've seen Africans carry white people when they came to Africa. They were carrying them on their shoulder and we were like children to them compared to what they knew and what they were coming to do to us. We were like children. It's like our eyes are not open. Sometimes it's as if they did voodoo to us. And we have to, and I see that manifest till this day, where you see some people saying, let's trust these people, we'll bring them in. Our people are the evil ones. Do you know there is a program, that a video that was released by a Nigerian actually online right now that shows how they indoctrinate our leaders into their groups. She talked, the video was showing that, okay, these people, they make them better off among the people that they are oppressing, because if they allow them to become leaders and oppose them, it's going to pose more danger. So they make them better off, make them one of them. That because of they made them one of them, the people will hate those people, making those people even more an effective this is tool to control the people, which is exactly what is happening now. We hate our leaders and our leaders are in their hands. Our leaders go to them constantly in their countries, have children there, go there for treatments and all kinds of stuff, and we hate our leaders for it. That is the game. Divide and rule. It's the oldest trick in the book. And we have to start becoming immune to these divisive tactics. And how you can remember that and remember not to become divisive is to remember that the people you are being divided against are your own people. They look like you. If they look like you, they are your own people. Don't make that mistake. You never mistake your family member for a European.
Right.
That's where you start from, because that is how the world is divided right now. This is the reason why any part of the world you go to, black people are the ones suffering the most. It's not by accident. It's because we are disorganized. And we have to organize ourselves to get out of this mess. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Tunanja, you're welcome. Please, this is an appeal to you guys. Please do the needful by liking this broadcast, sharing, turning on notification, and inviting someone to this broadcast. Yes, I'd like to address what you just said, Mr. Joseph Sunday. No. As you see, I had a smile on my face when I saw your message. That's not true. Newspaper review starts from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Now, every extra hour and minute I give to you guys is on me. I didn't let you in. I didn't let you in because we had come to the close of the show. I just wanted every other person I had picked to give their submission, because it would be unfair to have people wait for hours and not have the time to talk. I have done an hour 30 minutes on me, and that is costing me a lot, Mr. Joseph. You see, when you come in the evening, the Monday to Thursday shows, broadcast, even Fridays, those ones, they go on for 4 or 5 hours. You guys know how you do it in the evenings. Morning is just an hour. I can't take too many people, and I can't do so much time. And that's why I always beckon on each and every one of you. Please be here early, 10 a.m., 9:30. I am seated and waiting for just, once it's 10, I'm here already. So guys, please do the needful. If you are here as early as 10, we get time to dissect this issue. So please, Mr. Joseph Sunday, this is no directive from Mr. Naija or anyone whatsoever against you. I hope we are square, and I hope I'll see you as early as possible, Mr. Joseph Sunday. You see, I had to give him time because I know most of my audience, our time zone are very, very, very different. So I have to factor in an hour, maybe 2 sometimes, just to let's just meet halfway. But taking you in at past 12, that's 2 hours after my broadcast. No, there really will be no need for that, please. Mr. Chris George, please give your submission very briefly, sir, to Nigerians.
I want to throw more light on this question I asked and what Mr. Charles said. You know, people are saying, recruit more people in the military, recruit more people. Before you recruit more people, Nigeria is like a business ground. When you make a profit, you separate yourself from the organization. Understand? Now, I want people to ask their brothers and sisters or their village one, because the experience I have is what I'm saying. How the government take care of those that die in the their children? Because I have seen most of them, their wife and children, in my village. Because when you check my village,
Mr. Christian, I'm sorry to cut right in, but please go ahead and just give your submission. Don't give a rejoiner. Your network, there's this static noise from your hand, and it's causing it's not good for the broadcast. So please just try to make your submission very brief and try to work on it. So we talked about this yesterday. It's still there. If you go watch the replay of this, you have an understanding what I'm talking about. With all due respect, sir.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What am I saying is that for Nigeria to be good and organized, we must go back to regional government. That's my submission. To be good and secure, we must go back to regional government, and every region must take care of the security of its state and centralize power in Abuja. That's the only solution I will have to submit.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Christian. I think sometime tomorrow or before the end of the week, we might just have to begin to look at things from the from Mr. Chris George's angle, talking about regional governments. Let's see how feasible that is. I'll move on to Mr. Charles.
Yeah, Mrs. Emma. You see, I buy the idea of that regional government. I think that is the solution, the only solution to deal with this insecurity in Nigeria. Because if we fail to imagine in the eastern Nigeria, if we have regional government, people in the east, we know when a stranger come in the west, the same thing, in the south, the same thing, in the north. But if we continue to that, I always say there's an agenda, and the same people they will never accept that regional government. They will kick against it. If it is being thrown for debate, they will go against it because they know what they are planning. All my submission here, Nigerians, indigenous Nigerians, wake up before there are people who say, you don't stay in the water and the soap will get into your eyes. Indigenous Nigeria, wake up. That's my submission.
All right. Thank you for that, Mr. Charles. I'll quickly move to Mr. Majid. Please, Mr. Majid, you have the floor. Thank you.
Okay. My last submission. I think the best way Nigeria should go is by kind of devoting power to state by state, even if it's not 100%, but some of the things the federal government kept in exclusive list should be kind of given back to the states. Remove some of those things that is more easy for states to do by themselves, such as security, water, light. So those things are in a exclusive list, which is supposed not to be there. Some of those things are supposed to be given to the state government to use their hand to generate light and security and other stuff like that. So if they can be able to do that, even if they don't want to devote power 100% to them, they should at least remove 3 things in exclusive list. Those things that can make states, stand on their own whenever there is intruder or something like that, generating lights, such as things like that. They should just remove them in the exclusive list and give it to state to handle. I think that will also make sense somehow. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Majid. Thank you for that, Mr. Majid. Guys, we've had quite a moment here on the platform today. Before I go, I would also like to appeal, please, guys, do not forget to do the needful by liking this broadcast, by sharing, inviting someone, very important, turn on your notification. And guys, I'm about to talk about the dollar sign to your right, its function, its uses. Come on, guys, let's do the needful, please. Running this, I don't, okay, I think we have, let me speak for those that are running broadcast here in Nigeria. It is costing a lot running broadcast here in Nigeria. You guys already know, from fuel to data, everything is on the rise. So please support us as much as you can by pressing the dollar sign to your right. Please, guys, support us so that we'll always be here for you. We'll always be here bringing together people who, you know, who share wisdom on this platform, eye openers, revelations right here. So please, guys, let's do the needful. Now, with Bella, before you go, I want to say bye-bye to you. Thank you for joining in today. You are always, always, always amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Joseph Sunday, for joining the broadcast. Thank you, June Obaseki, for joining the broadcast. Thank you to Irene Finest. You're true to your name. True to your name. Thank you. Thank you to, who else do I have here? Mr. Machiavelli, where did you go to? But thank you for joining in briefly. Mr. Tunanja, thank you for joining in. Michael, thank you for joining in. Esosa, right? Esosa, thank you. I know you're sleeping right now, but thank you for joining in. Uki Ebo, thank you for joining in. I do appreciate. Mr. Edo Light, thank you for joining in today. Thank you to my amazing panelists. Thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you for taking our time. Thank you for doing the needful. Thank you for sharing insight with us. Guys, yes, I would also like to assure you that if we put our hands together, we do the needful, we begin to love on Nigeria as we should. I'm not just saying I am a Nigerian or Nigeria is everything I have. Let it be seen in your action too, by sensitizing people on the need to vote the right man for the job. And to also realize that every election is very important. Every position is very important. Everything is very, very important. Let's stop living let's stop touchlighting only on the big election, governorship election, local government chairman, councillor. Everything is important. Everything. Let's hold people responsible. Let's know that these people are there for us. They are there. They are not there to be our God. They are there to serve us. And anybody who is not going to serve us, we shouldn't have the person there. So, guys, that being said, I hope that you are still clamoring to get your PVC. The deadline is still 31st of July. It's still 31st of July, guys. You need to get your PVC. As many that hasn't gotten their PVC, please do the needful getting your PVC ASAP. That being said, let's do everything that we should be doing. Be good citizens, home or abroad, be good citizens, represent Nigeria well, represent your family well. Please stay safe out there. Be very vigilant, stay safe out there, guys. And to that, I say, may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'll be right here waiting to host you 10 a.m. Nigerian time while we talk about the headline news. Until I come your way tomorrow. Bye-bye.